What is up, YouTube? Brandon here from the Scale Racing channel, and we are going to do race number 1 today. This is going to be a full bracket of Ultrahots. These are all new out of the package. If you watch my last video, you can see me unboxing all of these, giving you data, weights, etc. On all these cars. But today is all about the racing. The bracket is locked and loaded. These cars are ready for some action. Are you with me? Well, let's go. First cars up out of the bracket, the Zender Fact 4 in lane number 5 and the Dodge Viper RT10 in lane number 6. On your marks, get set, go. Viper's out in front. But the Zender Fact 4 drives around him right at the finish line. All right, since that last race was pretty close, we're going to go ahead and do a lane swap. Dodge Viper in the number 5 lane and Zender Fact 4 in number 6. On your marks, get set, go. And again, we've got the Zender pulling out in front. Dodge Viper takes the early lead, the Zender driving around him. And that is going to put him on the next step. Here we go. All right, we got the Aero Flash in lane number 5. Now that is the plastic bodied version of the Silver Bullet. And in lane number 6, the Soul Air CX4. On your marks, get set, go. Wow. Wow. Aero Flash taking that one handily. All right, we're doing a lane swap on these guys. See if that was some kind of a fluke. Aero Flash driving around the Soul Air CX4. On your marks, get set, go. Now he does it again. Aero Flash, your winner. He's going to be going to the next round. Next up, next two cars, the Lamborghini Countach and the Nissan 300ZX. That Lambo is extremely tight in there. I don't know how well he's going to do. On your marks, get set, go. 300ZX goes out in front early. Looks like the Lamborghini did have a little bit of trouble getting down that start ramp. I don't think that's gonna do him any good. So we'll go ahead and stick this guy in the next round. And now we're going after a Porsche and a Mercedes. Mercedes 300 SEL in lane number 5, Porsche 959 in lane number 6. On your mark, get set, go. Oh, good race. All the way down to the end. The Porsche stayed out in front the whole time, and the Mercedes caught him right towards the end. We'll go ahead and swap lanes on that one. Run them again. All right, lane swap. On your marks, get set, go. Oh, looks like the Porsche jumps out to the lead. This time, I'm going to go ahead and say that gap was a heck of a lot bigger than the first one, so I'm going to call Porsche the winner on this one. Going to the next round. Come on, focus. All right, next up we've got the mini truck and the Hot Bird. All right, we've got the 90s mini truck and the Hot Bird. That Hot Bird was out of the Louis M collection. It does have metal body, metal base, mini truck plastic base. Let's see how they do. On your marks, get set, go. Oh, looks like pretty even until it got to the end. The Hot Bird just takes the advantage with the extra weight. I don't think we're going to rerun that one. That was a pretty good gap. Hot Bird going on to the next round. Next up, Ferrari Testarossa versus the Chevy Stalker. This ought to be a good one. Both are metal body, metal base. Here we go. On your marks, get set, go. Oh, good start. Looks like Testarossa is leaving that Stalker in the dust. Testarossa is leaving that Stalker. Had a pretty good gap on him. I don't think we're going to rerun it. Testarossa with the win, going on to the next round. Next up, Camaro IROC versus the Jaguar XJ220. Plastic base on the Camaro, metal plastic base on the Jaguar too. This ought to be a pretty even matchup. On your marks, get set, go. Oh, Camaro out with the early lead. Stays all the way in it, all the way down the track. So much of a gap, I don't think we're gonna run this one again. Camaro moving on to the next round. This was gold medal speed right here. Took out that Jaguar pretty handily. Next up, custom Corvette versus the Ferrari Testarossa in red. On your mark, get set, go. Looks like it's a pretty even battle. Corvette taking that one right at the very end though. Good battle. That was a pretty close finish. We'll go ahead and run them again. Swap lanes. Wow, first race, Corvette taking that one. We're going to rerun them after a lane swap. On your mark, get set, go. Testarossa had the jump, but the Corvette goes around him, confirming that first victory. He's going to go ahead and go on to the next round. Poor Ferrari. Let's see, next up, Chevy Lumina versus the Camaro Z28. On your mark, get set, go. Oh man. The Camaro staying out ahead the entire time. We'll go ahead and do a lane swap on that one. All right, here we go. Camaro versus Chevy Lumina. This is a lane swap race. Your marks, get set, go. Oh man, Camaro stays out front. Lumina tries to get him back, but he just didn't have enough time. Z28 going on to the next round. Next up, 56 Flash Cider pickup truck in lane number 5. Haviland T-Bird Stalker in lane number 6. On your marks, get set, go. Oh, looks like the Stalker out to the early lead takes it all the way down to the finish. Thunderbird Stalker going on to the next round. Next up, another Solar CX-4 in lane 5 and the Lexus SC400 in lane 6. On your mark, get set, go. Yeah, Solar with the jump takes it all the way to the end. There's enough of a gap in that one. Don't think we're going to have to run him again. Moving on to the next round. Next up, another Zender Fact 4 and another Solar CX4. This one is the plastic base. We'll see how they do. On your mark, get set, go. Solar taking that one all the way down. Enough of a gap there. I don't think it's necessary for a lane swap. You got another Solar moving on to the next round. That ought to be interesting. All right, next up, Ferrari F40 in lane number 5 versus the Jaguar XJ220 in lane number 6. On your marks, get set, go. F40 taking the jump all the way down to the end. What a tremendous gap. Yeah, the F40's quick. He's going to go ahead and move on to the next round. He put away that Jaguar XJ220. Next up, BMW M3 convertible versus the Flash Fire. On your mark, get set, go. BMW out to the early lead. Looks like he's slowing down along the way. BMW out to the early. But he manages to keep it. That was a pretty close finish. We're going to go ahead and swap lanes on this one. All right, lane swap. BMW taking the first one. We'll see if Flash Fire's got anything for him. On your mark, get set, go. Well, looks like a BMW. Oh man, we're gonna have to go to the video, see which one won this guy. All right, both of those races were pretty close. We're gonna do another lane swap, going to lanes 3 and 4. Whoever wins this one is going to move on. On your marks, get set, go. It's pretty close, but the BMW stays out in front the whole way. BMW going on to the next round. Next up, GT Racer in lane number 5 and another Porsche 959 in lane number 6. On your marks, get set, go. GT Racer just dusted that Porsche 959. No need for a lane swap on that one, I'd say. GT Racer moving on. Last two in the first tier. Another Jaguar XJ220 versus a Mercedes 380 SEL. On your marks, get set, go. Jaguar all the way to the end. Jaguar. From start to finish. That would be the last car advancing to the next round. At the next ones, in the second tier. Ought to be some good racing. Some cars I expected to be there, some I didn't. All right, let's get this on. Quick shot of the losers from round number 1. They get to sit beside the track and watch the progressing races. Aero Flash in lane 5, Zender Fact 4 in lane 6. On your marks, get set, go. Oh, looks like the Zender with a slow start, but ran him down in the long run. We'll go ahead and run these one more time. All right, lane swap. Zender Fact 4 in lane number 5. Aero Flash in lane number 6. Zender had to come from behind and drive around the Aero Flash in that last race. We'll see if he can repeat it. On your marks, get set, go. Oh man, Zender stayed out front the whole time. Putting the Aero Flash to bed. Moving on to the next round is the Zender. All right, who's next? Nissan 300ZX in lane number 5 and the Porsche 959 in lane number 2. And if you look here, it's got some pretty wide rearview mirrors on that 300ZX. That's what actually hit in the first race. It was so far out that it hit the finish line. So we're going to put him in lane 5 and see how he does. On your mark, get set, go. Oh, 300ZX taking it all the way home. It's enough of a gap. I don't think we have to rerun that one. The lane swap. He will be going on to the next round. Next up, we got the Hot Bird in lane number 5, Ferrari Testarossa in lane number 6. On your marks, get set, go. Oh, Hot Bird taking the jump, but I think the Testarossa just drove around him handily. I don't believe we're going to have to do a lane swap on that one. Ferrari Testarossa going to the next round. Next up, IROC Camaro versus the Custom Corvette. This ought to be a good one. On your marks, get set, go. Oh, Camaro out to the jump, takes the lead and keeps it all the way to the very end. Gold medal speed, baby, going on to the next round. Next up, Thunderbird Stalker against the Camaro Z28. On your marks, get set, go. Thunderbird takes the jump and keeps the win. Moving on to the next round. No need for a lane swap on that one. Pretty good gap. Looks like we've got a couple Solar CX4s. Metal base Solar CX4 in lane number 5. Plastic base Solar CX4 in lane number 6. On your mark, get set, go. Oh yeah, oh my God, the plastic base car put up a good fight. But it is the metal base that takes that one. That's a pretty close one. We're gonna go ahead and swap lanes on that one, see how they do. All right, lane swap. We got the plastic base in 5, the metal base in 6. On your marks, get set, go. Oh, the black one gets the jump and holds it all the way down to the end. That was even close right there. We're gonna go ahead and call this guy right here going to the next round. Next up, Ferrari F40 versus the BMW M3 convertible. On your marks, get set, go. F40 takes a jump and destroys the BMW. Tremendous gap. F40 going to the next round. No big surprise there. And next up, Jaguar XJ220 against a metal-based GT Racer. On your marks, get set, go. Looks like Jaguar had a little bit of a jump on the starting line. GT Racer driving straight around him, going on to the next round. And that concludes our round 2. We're down to 8. Got the Zender, the 300ZX, Testarossa, IROC Camaro, Thunderbird Stalker, Solar CX4, F40, and GT Racer. We'll take a look at the second round losers. Nissan 300ZX versus the Zender Fact 4. On your marks, get set, go. 300ZX taking the jump. Zender trying all he can to get around it, but he couldn't do it. 300ZX too strong. 300ZX moving to the next round. He has made it into the quarterfinals. Next up, Testarossa Camaro. IROC Camaro, lane number 5. The white Ferrari Testarossa in lane number 6. On your mark, get set, go. Ferrari Testarossa all the way. Leaving that Camaro in the dust. White Testarossa into the quarterfinals, where he'll be meeting up against that 300ZX. Next up, metal-based Solar CX4 versus the Thunderbird stock car. On your mark, get set, go. Solar with the jump, stays in the lead the whole way down. We're gonna go ahead and do a lane swap on that one. It was pretty close. All right, lane swap. Thunderbird Stalker in lane number 5. Solar CX4 in lane number 6. On your mark, get set, go. Thunderbird out with the jump, but the Solar just drives right around him. He will be progressing on to the next round. That is where he goes. This one ought to be good. GT Racer lane number 5, F40 in lane number 6. On your mark, get set, go. Pretty tight race all the way to the end. Looks like the F40 is taking it. Go ahead and do a lane swap. Run them one more time. Lane swap with the F40 and the GT Racer. On your mark, get set, go. F40 out in the front, holds the edge all the way down. F40 progressing on to the quarterfinals. 300Z, Testarossa, Solar, F40. This will be good. Nissan 300ZX in lane number 5 and the Ferrari Testarossa in lane number 6. On your mark, get set, go. 300ZX taking the jump, but the Ferrari just drives right around him. We will do a lane swap just to make sure everything's good to go. All right, doing one more lane swap. See if the Ferrari can do it against the 300ZX. This is going to the final round. On your mark, get set, go. Ferrari with the jump, stays out in front the whole way. To the final round. On your mark, get set, go. Yeah, there's that rear view mirror. Hung that guy across the finish line, but it didn't matter. This guy had it won way before that. Looks like Ferrari Testarossa going on to the final. And next up, metal-based Solar CX4 against the Ferrari F40. Winner of this one go on to race against the Testarossa. On your mark, get set, go. CX4 out in the lead, taking it against the F40. We will do a lane swap on that one just to back up our results. All right, lane swap, F40 in lane 5, Solar CX4 in lane number 6. Solar already has a win. He can get another one. He's going to go to the final race against the Testarossa. On your mark, get set, go. Looks like it's a pretty even race, but no, the Solar comes out in front. That's 2 wins for the Solar, putting the F40 to bed. Solar going to the finals. That's who it is, boys. This is it, boys. Solar CX4 in lane number 5. Ferrari Testarossa in lane number 6. This is for all the marbles. On your marks, get set, go. Solar with a little bit of a lead, holding it all the way down the track. There's 1 win for the Solar. All right, lane swap, Testarossa in lane number 5, Solar CX4 in lane number 6. On your marks, get set, go. Ferrari with a little bit of an edge takes a win off of it. This is gonna get interesting. 1 win apiece. Looks like lane number 2 might have a slight advantage. All right, 1 win apiece for each of these cars. We're gonna move to center lanes and see if that has any effect on the outcome. On your mark, get set, go. Solar with the jump stays out just slightly ahead of the Testarossa. He's out just slightly. Wow, trading them back and forth. Lane swap. All right, if the Solar can take this one, he will be the winner for the day. If not, we're gonna have to do 1 more swap. On your marks, get set, go. Solar. Oh man, Ferrari taking that one just barely. 1 more lane swap. Get the best out of 3. Oh, this has proven to be a good one. We're going to do another lane swap. We're going to go every lane in this track, it looks like today. On your mark, get set, go. Ferrari taking a pretty good gap on the Solaire that time. Ferrari taking a pretty good gap. Do one more lane swap, see if he can back it up. Ferrari takes this one. He'll have the win for the day. On your marks, get set, go. This one is never going to end. Solaire taking that one. F40, I'm sorry, the Testarossa just a little bit behind. All right, guys, this has been a back and forth battle this whole time between the Testarossa and the Solaire CX4. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna roll the die and the Testarossa will get the first number. Lane number 2. Roll this one more time. Well, lane number 3 for the Solaire. We're going to run this one. Winner of this one takes it all. All right, last race of the day. Winner of this one takes the overall. It is the Testarossa in lane 2 and the Solaire CX4 in lane 3. On your marks, get set, go. Solaire with the jump, holds it all the way to the end. Yes. Solaire CX4 taking it home. Pretty good gap on that one too, I will say. Well, that's it. Solaire CX4 taking the top spot in this one. Any of my following races, I will probably go ahead and put the top 4 in this center bracket just to make the next races a little bit more interesting. But from the next races, getting the winners, and they're going to make their way into the center section if they have enough speed, and my top 12 are going to stay in that center section. So at any time they're in these races, you'll be able to see what my top 12 race cars are. We'll go ahead real quick, take a look. Now let's move back here. This was tier 1 losers. So with that, 2 losers. Next guys, that GT Racer had some pretty good speed. Of course, the 300ZX 40 and the Testarossa, a worthy competitor for your winner. That's going to do it for today, guys. Glad you hung out with me for a little while, and y'all stay healthy and have fun racing. All right, we're going to do a bonus race to determine the 3rd and 4th spot in my overall. So we're putting the 300ZX against the F40 Ferrari. On your mark, get set, go! F40 taking that one pretty handily. So F40 in the number 3 spot. 300ZX in the 4.